looks like we are live. So I reviewed my video last night, and it seems like I was, for some reason, kind of quiet. So I should have that fixed now. It should be quite a bit better. But I think I am. Going to turn down the background music just a little bit, because I think it is still just a little bit too loud. Perfect. That should be a lot better. Looking at the bar. Maybe can go a little louder than that, because it doesn't really seem to hardly be registering now. Still trying to tweak with this and stuff. I don't stream WoW that often, so yeah, it looks better because I can see the desktop audio now, and then I can also see. So should be perfect. All right. So we're gonna rock and roll some more on this on WoW Classic. Just kind of leveling my little rep paladin. It's pretty fun. I actually like playing him and stuff. So trying to wait and see if there's gonna be any more announcements about any of the upcoming stuff or anything. Got one more video in the works for kind of the lawsuit that's gonna be coming up. For Blizzard. I'm really interested to see what actually comes out of that. It might be a nothing burger. It might just be them trying to, get things shut down. Because the one thing, if what we've been seeing about, what the hell is it called? WoW is true, then the server's hosted in Russia. If it's hosted in Russia, it's probably really difficult for them to get, any of the servers shut down, get any traction, so to say. Unless they actually, bring out like a lawsuit. So I still don't know what they'll do. I think they'll do more like kind of what happened with LimeWire. So LimeWire, when it got shut down, didn't really get shut down per se. The thing that happened with LimeWire that was really interesting was they essentially just made it so you couldn't download the client. And I think that's kind of what they're going to kind of do with Turtle WoW. So. But we'll see. We'll see how everything goes down. So, I gotta get some more condor meat. I'll probably start on that one. Just knock that one out of the way real quick. Already get the tools. And I'll wait for Solomon's Law. Yeah, I'm starting to notice though that these servers are they're really, really dead. I just don't see, especially like late at night. You would think there would be a lot more people on. I think every day there's less and less, it's kind of interesting because I saw a thing, I was watching a video where they were talking about how like the population is pretty consistent on Anniversary Realms, which is just interesting. I think just maybe we're at that point where we're far enough into it that basically the people kind of log on, they do their quick, 4 or 5 raids in one night, and then they just log off. And so probably getting to the point where it's like, I don't know, maybe like Molten Core alt runs or whatnot, if they're still doing those. And then it's just everybody else just kind of, logs on, does their thing, and logs off. But I still have a lot of fun with it, though. So hopefully more people kind of come back. So I think if Classic is done right, I think that will bring for sure a lot of people back into the game, though, hopefully. And Dean, level 22. Not going to run back and get my talents just yet. Not that worried about it, but I'll go back here probably at level 23. God, there's so many stupid little black dragons just trying to get around them. Just trying to collect condor meat right now, so. I remember on my warrior, these were probably my least favorite things to fight when I first got out here, because the mages are pretty rough in, around Moonbrook. I died a lot when I was, first started playing the game. But I think that, like, these guys, they're annoying on a warrior because it's like if you get into something and you get a couple of them pulled on you while you're fighting one of these poachers or whatnot, yeah, they'll kill you pretty quick. And they got, like, a kind of a big aggro range, and they also have, like, a lot of reach. So, yeah, they're kind of annoying. These are like, these little whelps are probably my least favorite guys. Anymore? Yeah, there is some over here. This, I felt like the condor meat. I probably should have just bought this in Stormwind and just not screwed around with it, because I feel like this is one of the worst ones. I think I got to get the spider. Oh no, I got the spider because I was able to get that in Duskwood. I was kind of multitasking, but yeah, I got to get this stupid condor meat. It's kind of a pain in the butt. The only benefit of having kind of a dead server is like there's not a lot of competition. This quest when Classic relaunched was a absolute pain in the ass. I don't know if there is any more over here or not. It shows there's a lot, but I think that's mostly the axes. There's a vendor up here though. Kind of was back in the day, was one of my little secret spots when I was farming out here. Every night I would log on, I would try to run up there because the bracers that little vendor sells actually sell for quite a bit. I used to sell them for like a gold. I think they only cost you like 25, silver to buy. So it was an easy way for me to make, some pretty quick cash. And you do it every day, and you're out here for like a week. It's like, it's an easy 7 gold. So. That's a good crit. Should probably buff myself with wisdom too. So yeah, if I remember right, I think he's right up this ramp at the top. Because it's like one of the leatherworking trainers or whatnot or something, or a leatherworking vendor. I just remember that it drops a really nice pair of leather bracers that you can buy. I don't know if they still go for a lot, but it's definitely worth looking at. It was actually pretty amazing when I started. That was like kind of like at first it was kind of rough, but then it like picked up. Yep, right there, these wolf bracers. It doesn't really sell because I don't have auctioneer. I can't get auctioneer to work, and these two don't really sell well, but those wolf bracers definitely will. And I think that's it. That black wolf cloak might sell, so I'll buy that too. See if I can get around these guys without fighting everyone. Should be able to go right through here. That should still be clear. And then I gotta go. I think the only other place really is up in here, because those are all axes, but there's that condor meat. It's right there. So we'll go around that other side. This is just kind of getting farmed out right here. That other warrior, whatever it was, he's just out here collecting, so it's probably not worth farming here right now. What nice advantage of being a paladin. Hammer justice and run. Oh shit, that was lucky. I still have not gotten to this. I'm just honestly better off running the Stormwind and just buying it real quick, because I don't think I'm gonna get this. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be here all day trying to kill these stupid birds for this. It's probably better if I just skip it for now. Next time I'm heading through Stormwind, I'll just buy the other ones. Watch now, I'll get one. Build is still, I think, one of the easiest early level builds to do. I'll respec it around 50 and I'll actually like pick up Seal of Command, but for right now I'm just gonna keep rolling with this. He's got Dragon Slayer. That's pretty beast on a druid. Might as well hit that one. I gotta get that fish quest too. Yeah, I'm gonna completely skip that one. I'll be here all day killing those stupid condors. The condor meat, to be honest with you, it actually surprisingly does not go for that much in the auction house, so I'll probably pay like 25 silver for the stack, and then I'm just done with it and don't have to deal with it. So I'm going the wrong way. I'm pretty sure that was a horde mount. What horde flight points are over here? Do they have one in Burning Steppes? Yeah, they do. They have that little base over here, don't they? What else? I mean, Searing Gorge, maybe? But where the hell would they be coming from? Oh, I guess they got Stranglethorn Vale, too. It must come from Stranglethorn Vale up through Searing Gorge. I've just never really seen a horde mount out here flying. But it does make sense. I think at the very least they're heading to Searing Gorge, too. See, I've never actually played a horde, so I don't really kind of know where they're, like, you know, based out of, so to say. I'll fly to get that condor meat later. For now, I'll go pick up that fish quest. Murlocs aren't too bad to kill on this paladin. They kind of suck on my warrior because if you pull more than one, you're likely dead, even if you're pretty well geared. That's the thing. Out of all the classes I've leveled, I'm trying to think what all I've leveled. I know I did Druid, Shaman, but those were like later on. In vanilla, I leveled Hunter, Priest, Paladin, Warrior. And I want to say out of all of them, probably the Warrior was the worst leveling. Like, it's just a slog. Should be able to sneak by over here. Probably almost high enough to go do stockades too, but I think that's like 34-ish, or sorry, 24-ish. Yeah, 24, 26 probably. 25 is a pretty good range to go in there. I could do Shadowfang Keep. God, I hope Classic Plus is like pretty big, yeah, because kind of takes the wind out of the sails a little bit. It's the one thing I kind of don't like right now. Is like I said, you know, I saw earlier that they're still like the numbers haven't really dipped that much, but I think that they have, to be honest with you, because I mean even just looking at like viewer engagement is pretty light on these. But yeah, even like this zone right here now is like completely dead. I don't even know how I'll do the elite quest because I've seen a handful of other players out here, and when I say a handful, I mean just a handful. So Blizzard better have something good up their sleeve for, you know, the next one. I think honestly, I think that Season of Discovery was one of the probably the worst mistakes that they made, because it wasn't like bad. It just, I don't know. It, to be honest, was not what we were asking for. People are like, you know, this is exactly what I want right here, and they were like, yeah, well, we're gonna give you like a watered down version of it, you know. And again, like I was saying last night, I think that the whole Turtle Wild lawsuit, I think it's just them getting pissed because people are making a superior product and stuff like that, you know, with their IP, and I think that that makes them mad. It's like, wait a minute here, you know, it's like, I don't know. I guess it's like having an authentic Mexican restaurant, but you make terrible food, and like the next door is like, I don't know, just some random like street truck that's like, you know, busy and going off the hook. It's like, well, you can't get pissed at them for like out competing you because their product's better. Let's see if I can get this without pulling all of them. Just run him out of mana and he should come to me. I only have enough mana for like 4 casts. There we go. It's pretty amazing how much easier these are to kill on this paladin versus my warrior. Because I struggle with these guys. Because the problem for me is they run. And when they run, then they end up pulling like a second one. So like they'll do that and then they'll run off. If I'm not paying attention, they'll run off into the weeds over in here. Pull like 8 more. I guess they respawn pretty fast too. Oh, look, there's another pal. That's only like the second person I've seen out in this zone all night. Yeah, just seems pretty light. I don't know, and I'm curious if a lot of these people are gonna come back for like Nax or if we're just kind of like done. Because even a couple of my friends that play on this server, they pretty much log in, do their raid, and then that's it. Kill one more of these, and then I gotta stop and get some mana. It's a lot more fun when I get Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer, because this guy actually, like, he hits pretty damn hard. It's an extra, what, 140 attack power or whatnot? Uh-oh, this guy's gonna probably die. I should go help him. No, I gotta run. Don't necessarily need a thank you, but that's the other thing I've kind of noticed as I've been playing this round is like people like they don't really like if you heal them or save them or buff them, like there's no like thank you. It's just like you might get a buff back like 10% of the time. How many more? 2 more sunfish. Is there more over here? I think it's just like I think there's a way down in there. I've never actually tried. I've always just kind of farmed right here. Oh, there's a rogue. Farming footlockers. I did not ever have the patience for that. I have a rogue. I started leveling him, I want to say, like, Cataclysm, maybe? Just because I was, like, that bored. And I want to say, like, I don't even think I got him, like, to max level. I think he's, like, I know he's like in the Cataclysm content, but I don't remember what level he was. I think at that time I got him like to like 82 or something. It's just not my play style. But my plan with him, I was just like mostly, I was kind of bored. But I was like, well, maybe like he'll be useful and stuff like that. Maybe I can go like pickpocket farming or something. And I think at some point they kind of took that away. And so I was like, yeah, there's no point even leveling this guy anymore. One more sunfish. Alright, give me my sunfish. Oh, you actually buffed me back. Oh, you gave me kings too, nice. All done except for the Connor meat. What else is out here? I can do belly grub real quick too. Should be able to kill her at 22. And what else do I got? I'm too low for those, so I think I'm about done. I'll save Fangor for later. What else do I got? About quested out of here too. There's a couple quests I know I can do out here. I gotta go hand that in anyways over there. What else do I got? Pretty much I think I'm gonna have to head out to Thelsamar. There's just not much left for me out here. The quests are a little bit too high. I trying to do a Shadowfang Keep run. Go ahead and end these 2 quests, and then I guess head out to Lochmodan. We'll go do that. And I have some quests out in Wetlands. I don't know if I want to do those yet. I can always backtrack and go to was it Astronaut or whatever. I almost never quest out there. In fact, I think on all my characters, because even like the couple times I played like a Night Elf, I always came and quested these human zones because I knew where all the quest was. I think I did that maybe one time before I ended up bringing up. I'm trying to think. I think it was the PvP. Yeah, it was in Season of Discovery. That was the first time I actually really like quested out there. Because I'm like, well, I'm already out here kind of waiting for like the events and stuff like that. I might as well knock out some of these quests. I think that was really the first time I ever did it. Oh, somebody for the elites. I guess I was wrong. Perfect. Need to buy a streaming webcam. That's the other thing next on my agenda. I just don't know which one to get. I got to do more research on it. I looked into. I bought it. It was like one of the MX Brios. It's actually a pretty nice camera. I was like, yeah, that looks like the best one like available that I can get. That's kind of reasonably priced. But then I ended up returning it because I don't have a USB-C port, and it looks like from reading, like, people are saying kind of yes and no with the, like, if you just get like another like USB A to C, it'll work. So I need to actually get another one. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, I'm looking on my phone right now. There's a lot of options, but the problem is the price on them. To be honest with you, some of these are just, I don't know. I don't want to get one and be like, oh, this sucks. I don't mind spending a couple $100 on one, but I gotta do a lot of, because there's like a ton of them that are like, oh, it's a 5-star, and then like you look at it and it's like you get it home and it's the quality's terrible. Because I was even like looking at like one of the Logitech 1080p ones, and I'm like, oh, that should be like a pretty decent one. Nope. I looked into some videos on the quality on it, and it's kind of horrible. Stormwind is just dead. I mean, it is almost midnight, but what was it that I needed? It was condor meat, right? Let's see here. Yeah, tough condor meat. Tough condor. Oh crap, it's like expensive, way more expensive than I was thinking it was, but that's okay. Jeez, somebody got a stack of 5 in here I could just buy. Yeah, that's actually pretty reasonable. It's just a pain in the ass to farm it, so there's just no point. Oh damn, that dude's pretty decked out. He's got Thunder Fury. Oh yeah, this guy's really decked out. It's pretty close to where I was when I quit, because I made it all the way up into Nax, and I kind of stopped doing Nax. This guy's a little better geared than me, but this was pretty close to. I didn't have, or did I have Maladas? I don't remember. I don't remember what I had. So, but yeah, I had all the Conqueror stuff, and so. We'll go hand in this quest, and might as well get my new talent points. I don't think there was anything impressive. It's like 22. I think I got like a new might or something like that. I think wisdom is like 26 or something like that. Still got. I think I've still got level 1. Unless I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm still stuck on level 1. But yeah, you can see, like, this game has really fallen off, unfortunately. It's kind of sad because I've, like, you know, attachment to it. It also could be right now. I think a lot of people might just be playing Turtle WoW or something like that, or they're just blasting through. Yeah, I'm not doing that one yet. That quest, I think I might need to hold off on just for a little bit. I know it gives me like a pretty decent weapon, if I remember right. But I remember that one being a little bit rough. Oh, cool, I got Flash of Light and then a new Holy Light. Wait, don't I already have rank 3 Holy Light? Oh, it's rank 4, I'm an idiot. Oh, requires, okay, that's why. Ocean Aura, Concentration Aura. Justice can be useful. I almost never use that one. Yeah, I do get Blessing of Might and a new Seal of the Crusader. Perfect. So basically 71 to 83. Yeah, I might as well replace that. It's the nice thing about having that actually does boost it a little bit. Yeah, I might just stick with Holy Light for right now. I still rank 1. Yeah, I must be backwards now. I think it is 26. So Righteous rank 3, that one's on, and I think I got that one on. Yeah, already got that one on. I never hardly use Blessing or Protection, to be honest with you. Rank 3. It's going from 35 attack power to 55 attack power. Perfect. This one is 50, 30, so it's an extra like 20 holy damage. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about with this build. Like, as you start getting these like higher like Seal of the Crusaders, if you judge that and then actually use Seal of Righteousness, it actually starts to do pretty good. So right now, as you can see, it's 5 to 20 holy damage, but then basically you have that multiplier, and then you're gonna have, you know, that multiplier, so it does like another 15%. And you come down here, you get the 15% off of that. And then you can get Sanctuary, there's another 10%. And then you get the weapon damage. So I don't think weapon damage, if I remember, I think it's just weapon speed that makes it hit a little bit harder. And then if you get down into here, you get 15% more from that too. So it's actually like pretty legit for leveling. Oh, whoops, I gotta go turn that in. Quest, and then we'll head out to Loch Modan, do some questing out there. Yeah, this quest is great. I just want to get it out of my logs. Perfect. I got 390 experience of it. Not bad for a great quest. Alright, let's head out to Loch Modan. We'll go quest out there for a while, and then I should be able to double back and hand in some quests over here too. Not quite high enough for Duskwood. I should have ran a couple more dungeons. Unfortunately, because like this time I just did my, you know, world tour essentially, so I just blasted through deadmines just once. So I'm kind of actually at a point where I'm a little bit ahead of the curve. But can still got to Loch Modan, should be no problem. Scoop up some buffs here. Just trying to get on the Griffin. Yeah, that is one of my biggest complaints. Playing a Warrior in Classic is the 2-minute constant having to refresh Battle Shout. And then on the Paladin, only having these 5-minute buffs. I mean, at like level 40, I mean, at least you get the greater blessings and stuff. But it's still so damn tedious. 15-minute buffs and 5-minute buffs is not that great of an idea. And I think too, like if I read one time, I think their whole thing was they were like, well, yeah, but we didn't want you to like go into a major city, get every single buff, and like be actually like a lot stronger when you go out in quests. And it's like, why? That's like half the fun of it. You know, because it's like, especially when I'm leveling, I get like Rallying Cry the Dragon Slayer. I'm like, I gotta make the most of this because I hit like almost twice as hard at these low levels. I want to say I go from doing like 80 to 100 damage a hit to damn near 150, especially if I got like potions and whatnot on. So it's definitely worth it. This is one of my favorite zones, which is weird because it's so bland there. Like, it's just a charred out volcano, but still pretty fun. This is one of my favorite zones. I just remember being kind of like impressed with the lava. It feels like you're in hell a little bit. It's pretty fun. And the experience out here is pretty good. There's not like a ton of quests, but the quests that are here in Morrigan's Vigil are pretty good. At least get you through a couple levels. Nice thing advantage I have on this paladin versus my warrior is essentially all I got to do is hit like level 55, and then I can pretty much go straight into dungeons. And so by the time I actually hit 60, you know, I'll just grind my way to from 55 to 60 as a healer and have no issue whatsoever. Kind of can't do that on my warrior because I either have to tank, and if you're trying to tank like a level 61 on a 55 warrior, it does not work out so well. And if you're trying to DPS, it's just like you just miss so much. It's kind of funny. Let's go pick up these quests real quick and see what we can get done. There's quite a few out there. I know there's that one I gotta go out to Badlands for, but I think there's still quite a bit here. So I think there's a few cooking recipes in here. I think I have them all though. Guess we'll top off on water a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that quest. How many? I got room for 10 more. Okay. I know it's great, but they still count. You actually still get a little bit of decent experience off them. Where's the guy that patrols? I always thought these dwarf homes were kind of cool. It's funny that out here they actually have like comfy beds. The stone beds, yeah, probably wouldn't do it for me. I don't think I could sleep very well on that one. Alright, and then where's the wanted board right there? Should be it, correct? Yeah. Alright. Might as well knock these two out. They're gray, but whatever. They give me a little bit of experience. I remember questing back out here a little bit, you know, back in the day. It wasn't really my favorite zone. I think mostly because I didn't play dwarf. I remember playing my hunter and I come through and I was like, oh, this is pretty good too. I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of biased and partial to the human zones. I think that's one of, like, for me, I just enjoy them a lot better. These guys are easy to drop, aren't they? Yeah, I feel like Westfall. Starting to get tired. I feel like Westfall is kind of a way better questing zone, especially, you know, from like 10 to 17. This one's kind of. I mean, you have a few, but it like goes 10, and then there's like a big gap, and then there's like 17, 18. forget to buff myself too with wisdom. These guys drop surprisingly quick. Oh, nice. That'll sell. There's probably a chest in here somewhere, too. Oh, maybe not. At least these stupid rat ears are pretty generous with the drop rate. You usually don't have to like go too far to get them all. Alright, now I just gotta get the, whatchamacallums. I have to go to bed soon. It's already after midnight, too. guys are not really cooperating on the drops too well. I want to get this quest done so I can go to bed. Oops. Sorry, dude. There we go. Now I'm finally getting somewhere. I still gotta get a few more ears though. I need 3 more ears also. Do I have all the spider core already? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, I need one more. And these bears are just being a pain in my ass. They're just not wanting to drop these. Chest there. Now these guys are going to be stingy with the damn ears. Never fails when you're just trying to get something done so you can go to bed. Oh, my inventory's full too. Oh, I'll do this. So I got a crap ton of... There we go. One more bear meat, and I think one more spider acorn. There we go. Just gotta find that last spider. What happened out here, by the way? Like, there's all these destroyed tanks and everything. I wonder if it's like a war between the Dragon Maw clan or whatever up there. I don't know why I never really noticed that before, but there's a lot of destroyed tanks and everything out here. Siege weapons, I guess. Alright, hand in this quest, and then I'll run down here and hand in these two. I should be good to go, and then I can actually hearth, and since my hearthstone is in Red Ridge, I can hand in that other quest out there. And I am halfway to level 23. Made that easy. Should still get something for this though. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I'm heading to bed. Perfect. Can hearth back, turn in that quest out there in Red Ridge, and then we're good for the night. Dude, I already told you I'm heading to bed. Sorry, I'm not gonna help you. that's it for me tonight, you guys. Thanks for checking in, and I will catch you guys in a couple days.